Yep, it's tea time. And I don't have any tea. I've been drinking water today, trying to get away from milk products. So come on in here. Come on in. Uh-oh, I got flyaway hair. May have to turn on the humidifier. Put some water on the stove. I think that's what I'll do. Because it's flyaway. Y'all hate it when that happens? I do. So come on in. We got a few people. There's Laura and Sandy. Come on in. Come on in. I tell you what, there's Mississippi Moon Homestead. You got any critters? I like to see critters. Today there's Kimberly and Patricia. Today I put some peanuts out for the crows, and all the birds love them, and the squirrels, but the crows got them today, and they learned how to crack the peanuts and get the peanut out and not have to take the whole shell with them. So I got some smart crows. I have some smart crows. She has chickens. Yay! Yay for chickens. It's getting cold here. The wind's been blowing, but it hadn't got us too bad. I'm looking at your comments. So come on in. I've been listening to Bold Pony interview Pastor Artur Porowski. I think I can't pronounce his last name. He's Polish, and Bo Pony is from his family's from the Ukraine a generation back, and they're both from Canada. And Artur spent 50 days in solitary confinement. Was arrested for preaching the gospel in his church, and it's just been he's been through a lot. His family, they tried to burn his house down, burn the church down. But he stood up to them. He stood up to them and did what he needed to do. So y'all keep praying for Artur, and he just does a great interview. He is a wonderful man of God. He's 50 years old. He's had his wrist damaged, his back damaged. So pray for his healing, because we know God can heal him. There's TG. TG, there's some gallbladder cleanses you can do. Look up on YouTube, gallbladder cleanse. I think Dr. Berg has one, maybe somebody else, but I would not recommend having your gallbladder out. I've had mine taken out, and it took 20 years for my body to get back to where I didn't have an attack every time I ate anything with the least bit of grease in it. Anyway, folks, everybody's applauding that TG's back. We missed we got Peter that shows up every once in a while, but let's just say TG's our token guy in our chat, and he's there all the time. Justin's there too, but we all love TG. We love Peter too. We love everybody. And if you hadn't had a chance to listen to Pastor Kent Christmas's sermon on Sunday afternoon, it was powerful. Yeah. Can you imagine He was woken up at 3 in the morning, and he saw God's love covering the earth as if it were a blanket. Yeah, I remember Robert. He hadn't been on in a while. But God filling the earth with his love, that would be amazing. So, folks, we just got to look for some amazing things to start happening. Start praying into them. And just like that little boy that gave his tennis shoes for revival, he gave everything he had. Yeah, when your dad flies back home, that's sad. But people have lives of their own. And you have your little homestead with your chickens. Our dog went wild a while ago. I don't know what was out there, but she did not like it, and she had to go chase it off. Jack is at the doctor right now. He drove himself to work today, and he had a doctor's appointment at 2 o'clock. So maybe we'll hear good news. He got all his decorations up. He posted them on Facebook. Let me see if I can find Jack on Facebook. Let me see. This is Jack's front yard. He got lots of blow ups. His kids helped him get the blow ups up. And that's just half of it. That's just half of it. So he likes his little blow ups. We went by there Monday night. Was it Monday night or Sunday night? And it looks good. Looks great. And he just does it for the kids. Well, he does it for himself. He loves it too. He's always loved it. They played Christmas music in July, y'all. I was watching a Publix commercial last night and just cried my eyes out. This daughter had gotten up early the day after Thanksgiving, and there was some leftover sweet potato casserole. And she takes some leftover sweet potato casserole and makes sweet potato pancakes. Doesn't that sound good? Sweet potato pancakes. And it just she and her mom sitting there at the table having sweet potato pancakes before everybody else gets up. 24 inches of snow. Oh my goodness. Yum. So, sweet potato pancakes. Sweet potatoes are a lot like pumpkin. Robert made a pumpkin pie one time out of winter squash. 24 degrees. Where are you, Heidi? Where are you, Heidi? We got 40 something degrees. Robert's built me a fire. I think I'm going to light it. I don't like to leave a fire with me not in there. I'm rocking to my clock. I don't hear the clock in the morning, but I hear it in the afternoon. Enjoying pumpernickel bread and coffee this cool, brisk afternoon in West. Vicky, where are you in West Tennessee? I grew up in West Tennessee. Where in West Tennessee? I grew up in Tiptonville, Tennessee on Reelfoot Lake. So did Patty and my sister Dana. We still have one niece there, and Justin has a dad there. I can't wait to see where Vicky's from. Maybe she'll post it in here. Tell me where you're from, Vicky. We just got to learn to just be patient. The chickens won't come outside. I don't much blame them. Carroll County. Oh, Huntington. Yeah, you posted that this morning. That's right on the Tennessee River, isn't it? I don't have a map in front of me. Katie ordered a feather duster today. We're glad to have them back in the fly shop. We should have them this week as soon as there's a backlog in customs. We're waiting on a notification from our freight forwarder. Anyway, we just have to be ready, y'all. I keep thinking about our motto for next year. And it is going to be the year of an open door. But it may not be just our open door. It may be the good Lord's open door, because his door is always open to anyone who is ready to accept Jesus as their Savior. Patricia's got oranges getting orange. That must be exciting. And she's making pomegranate jelly. One time I made pepper jelly. It wasn't hot or anything. I made it with green peppers. I don't think I even put any hot stuff in it. But you take the pepper jelly and you mix it with some cream cheese, and you've got this pepper jelly. Anyway, it's a great hors d'oeuvre. You smear it on some crackers. Yum. Yeah, it was good. When you have an excess of peppers, you got to do something with them. We had to make a fire last night because it got cold here in Mississippi. 20 miles from Benton County, Camden, Tennessee, which is on the Tennessee River. Yep. Yeah, we had friends, the Sturdivants, that lived in that part of the country. He was a football coach for our high school. Well, that's a good way to clean out a tea drawer. I've got some tea that probably could go in that tea party mix. We had a few persimmons, but we've never had enough to make anything with. I think one time Robert made some persimmon pudding or something. Persimmons, you can make jelly and jam out of them. But don't ever let anybody talk you in to tasting a green persimmon. They're so sweet. They're so sweet. We get persimmon seeds, and Patera, she likes to check the seeds for whether you're going to have a spoon or a fork or a knife. And a knife, on the inside of the seed, there's a little image of a spoon, a fork, or a knife. And if it's a knife, it's going to be cutting cold. And if there's a spoon, there's going to be lots of snow, shoveling snow. And if there's a fork, I don't know what it means if there's a fork. Just cold and no snow, I don't know. Last year at Christmas time, it got real cold, y'all. It was 0 here. It got down cold in Alabama. Are y'all ready for cold weather? Got your stuff done up the way it's supposed to be? Joanne just eats persimmons. Fork? Yeah, it's on the inside. And then my people that I watch in Oklahoma, the Walker family, they cut open a seed the other day with a knife and a pair of pliers. They did it the safe way. Patera does it between her teeth. I'm not doing that. But they got spoons too, just like Patera did. Cut right through you. What's a knife mean? I don't know. But I do like to listen to the old wives' tales. Spoons. Spoons on the inside is a spoon. The fork looks more like a spork, a cross between a fork and a spoon. Never found the seed. That's funny. There's usually 3 or 4 in them. Yes, we do know the Sturdivant family. Good folks. Yep. Yeah, they are good people. It's a small world, isn't it? I remember when Coach Sturdivant's father died. He died the day of the Super Bowl, or so, like January 27th. I'll never forget it. It's just heartbreaking. But it's been a lot of years ago. A lot of years. Probably close to 30 years ago that his father passed away. I met his girls. He spoke at we had a whole school reunion one time, and I was a speaker and he was a speaker, and his girls were there. I used to babysit for them, or I don't know if I babysat for them or what, but our families were together because Justin's dad and Coach Sturdivant coached together, and the girls came up to me and they had no idea that the fly lady that they followed was me. And they had known me since they were little. So it's a small world. I've got pictures of them somewhere from 2009. This morning, I had a friend that passed away. He was my law professor, teacher in college at Dyersburg State University. And he and his brother and I were in the same class, and he was in the same class with my sister, Leanne. And he had a bad wreck a few years ago, and I don't think he ever ever recovered from that wreck, but I don't know for certain. But he passed away, and he was just a class clown. I'm telling you, he was, he was funny. But his brother, we were classmates, and we worked together on some projects. So we got assigned. We wrote a term paper together on, of all things, the space shuttle, and it was before the space shuttle was ever launched. And I got to write a paper on it when I was an 18-year-old, and then watched the last takeoff of Challenger from the beach down in New Smyrna Beach. And and then we all had to deal with it crashing back to Earth. Anyway, folks, life is short. It's a small world, and we just have to love people. We just have to keep loving people because life is too short. Where do you find the silverware? In a persimmon seed. It's in the middle of a persimmon seed. You slice the seed open, and there is that fork, knife, or spoon. I did put up the little Christmas tree that Robert made for me last year out of little rounds of wood. He's been cutting wood today. Yeah, it's in the seed. You can probably find a video from Patera about her doing it. Patty got her tree up yesterday. She's got a place for a big tree. She can have a 20-foot tall tree if she wants to have one, 2 stories tall, right by the staircase. One year I had a real tree. I had a real tree, and it was. I went to the nursery, and I didn't get a cut tree. I got one I could plant, but I got like the ugly one, like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Well, if Patty puts it by the staircase, she doesn't have to. She doesn't need a big ladder. She can climb up the stairs and do things at the top of the tree. That's convenient. Yeah, we drove around looking at lights the other night. I never thought about planting a seed for a persimmon tree. I got a squeaky chair. I need to anoint this chair. Y'all, I've just been rambling. Isn't it fun just sit here and ramble? I printed out all our super cruising missions. About my multi one's about to fall. Tomorrow will be the 3rd. And it's anti-procrastination day mission. Well, I made my crows real happy, which made me happy because they learned to crack a peanut. So they didn't have to eat the shell and all. Now, Justin and Emily always have a real tree. And what they do is they take soda bottles and fill them up with water. Now, Justin cuts the end off the tree so that it can suck water in. And they take soda bottles and put upside down into the tree stand because it holds water. And their tree doesn't lose petals. It doesn't lose what are they called? Needles. A crow, yeah. I've got crows on the back deck. They come by every day, 2 or 3 times a day. And they're just interesting creatures. There's a guy who planted a garden in his yard, and he feeds the crows too, and they bring him presents like an old lipstick, and they leave them in the flower beds in different places. And he knows that it's the crows doing it. He's on YouTube. But you just turn them upside down into the tree stand, and it just keeps feeding the tree. Well, some of the things they bring are, you can tell they've been out in the weather a long time. Well, y'all be good, kind, and sweet. Good, kind, and sweet. I found that essay I wanted you to hear about from this morning, and it's going to go out tomorrow morning. I broke a fingernail. That's not good. I made magic cookie bars instead. What are magic cookie bars? They sound wonderful. Yeah, we're going to have to get together and share some of our recipes. Okay, that's what we can do. Tomorrow is anti-procrastination day. Have you got a favorite cookie recipe? Get it typed up so you can copy and paste it and put it in the chat tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, we don't have many people with swimming pools around us. We used to have one next door, but they filled it in with dirt. I will do my famous calico beans. Oh my, that sounds good. Pecan balls, I've been thinking about pecan balls since you mentioned them. Hello Dollies. I know what Hello Dollies are. My Justin's granny Elizabeth used to make a date bar, and I used to help her. Or she would roll it up, so it was a date roll, and she would slice it up in these little pinwheels. Anyway, folks, I love you all. I'll catch you in the morning. It's anti-procrastination day. We got stuff to take care of. I'll see you later. Bye. Be good.